All right. Coach, why don't you, excuse me.
Recording in progress.
All right, Coach, just go ahead and give us your thoughts on the match.
Yeah, disappointed with the result. We've been done on a set play. We've spoke about that in the huddle there. Really frustrated with that. I'll probably not share my thoughts on the details of that, but we did speak to it right off the bat, and that's what's cost us. We've had a good push towards the end. It was a tight contest. But yeah, those small details is just, it's done within. I'm bitterly frustrated with that. So yeah, we got to move on. Game in 48 hours. So we have to put that to bed and recover, then prepare for KC. That's the main piece.
Questions in the room?
Mike, Sam said that the official admitted to multiple calls that he got wrong. How difficult is that to manage as a coach, just given the tight nature of this match and how important it was, obviously, for the Challenge Cup?
Yeah, I mean, I can't speak to what was said between them on the field, but yeah, it's tough. Like there's the calls, as I mean, on our part as well, from our perspective, players and staff, we've getting that wrong on the set piece. So we can't just point the finger. But it is tough to. I think it just builds to frustration, and the emotions rise higher, and the game just gets chippy. So I think that's probably the pieces. Just the nature of the game is emotional. When people start to disagree on decisions, and then there's acknowledgement, if there was acknowledgement of some decisions. Yeah, you can't help but it gets the fire going, I think, in people, and emotional. It's asking a lot for players to control their emotions.
It's very mindful, Mike, just want to say. So this match, though, with it being a test for the new players coming into bigger roles, what did you see in terms of some of the issues that maybe need to be cleaned up ahead of Saturday's regular season match?
I think we saw that some people haven't had many minutes. I think that was evident. I think we probably saw a bit more stretch physically in some people who haven't had minutes. There's partnerships that need worked on for sure. Then I just think the makeup, particularly the front line, is very different. So I think for the build-up phase, in terms of how we're trying to progress the ball, those options look very different. So I think it's just how we continue to work on what is suitable for, I think, the individuals within their positions, because we're trying to stick with how we play in terms of our methodology and who we want to be. But it's just to understand the nuances of the different people in the different roles and how we can play to their strengths a bit more, and arguably what the game gives us as well, though.
Hey, Mike, could you talk to us about just Tegans' return to play, especially all the hard work she's put in to get back on the pitch?
Yeah, she's been waiting. She's obviously came into pre-season with a knock, which we managed, and we said from the very early in pre-season we were going to take the longer time to help to build her a bit more physically, to hopefully get her back in not the injury, but just physically in a better state to what she was. So she's put a lot of work in. She's been patient. She's been frustrated. She's been available for limited minutes for a little while now. We just haven't been able to get her them, and we've committed to that tonight. And so I think she'll be over the moon to get back on the field. And then now, with that, we can continue to build her minutes and have more availability from her.
Yeah, and then could you just speak to Sam playing a little higher up, and then also just seems like Reyna played like 9 different positions tonight, which seemed like a little bit of fun as well.
Yeah, so in terms of Sam playing, yeah, we had her playing a bit more the 8-10 with Taylor coming in. Just thought she was a bit more suitable in that role, playing higher up the field. Reyna, yeah, what did she play? Right back, right side forward, then left side wide forward. Pushing her up the field was kind of part of the plan in terms of how we were trying to get through the game. So she was prepped for that. We did feel towards the end, just based on how they were set up, getting that on the right where she's a bit more naturally right-footed. Obviously, Reyna plays left full-back, so that was the rationale for putting her on the left. Yeah, did I miss? I feel like I missed another part of your question there. Okay, sorry.
Besides Reyna and Sam, I think there were a lot of players who were just playing in different places, it seemed like, and trying out different lines throughout the game. Can you talk about just like kind of what getting those different combinations of players on the field, like in a game scenario, brings to you guys moving forward?
Okay, I'm just trying to think of the different personnel. So Gabby coming in as a 6 would have been different.
Yeah,
I mean,
Natu and Kling were kind of playing reverse
yeah, so
what
listen,
they usually
like,
do. You know?
Yeah, Natu Kling was a in-game decision. They were pumping it down the right side, aerial presence of Bennett, Balsa, Let's Go at the time. So it was just more in terms of having a little bit more aerial piece and freshness there with Natu. So that was that, but it shows the adaptability we have with all our fullbacks. So that was a rationale for that switch. Gabby, yeah, it's just how we're trying to manage the midfield in terms of, if you like, looking ahead, knowing that Taylor hasn't had a lot of minutes, to then ask her to do 90 and then recover and then go again in a couple of days is a big ask. So that was the rationale for Gabby. But Gabby's got them tendencies. I think when you look at her calmness on the ball in there, I wouldn't say she's unsuited to that position. And then I'm trying to think who else. So Izzy, obviously wide forward 9. I mean, that's where we've used her throughout the year. So, yeah.
Gotcha. And then can you also talk a little bit about Taylor's performance tonight? Obviously stepping in where Sam Coffey normally plays to let Coffey play a little bit higher up.
Yeah, I think, to be honest, as expected, Taylor didn't see as much of the ball as we thought. Just from what we've seen of the nuance of how we perceive that they've changed their defending slightly. They've worked really hard to stop Sixers getting on the ball. They did the same tonight. So yeah, I think Taylor plugged away to try and get on the ball. It would have been nice to get her more on the ball, but I think it's a good solid start for her to push on from. And yeah, she'll be in a better spot come Saturday for tonight for sure.
If we have any questions online, you can use the raise your hand function. Looks like we do not have any questions online. We'll go back to Ryan one more in the room, and then we will wrap it on that.
Mike, Morgan Weaver had the rib issue a few games ago. I'm wondering what her status is and if you expect her to be available on Saturday.
If you stepped outside now, she's itching to go.
Okay.
So, yeah, listen, it was a bit of risk-reward tonight. Obviously, ribs a sensitive position. So it was just based on the risk of that and the quick turnaround. So we went conservative, but she's itching. She's ready. Thank you, Mike.
All right. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.